following video depicts the installation of the flashing for a typical exposed parapet or curb using FlexFlash-UN uncured neoprene rubber and MM6125. When installed as exposed flashing for a parapet or wall, FlexFlash-UN must be adhered to the substrate with bonding adhesive in the exposed areas. 3 to 4 inches of FlexFlash-UN at the bottom of the wall, as well as 3 inches out onto the deck, will be embedded into MM6125. After the area has been swept and blown clean, spray apply surface conditioner to the wall and the deck where the MM6125 membrane is to be applied. The surface conditioner should be applied in a light application, which should take no more than about 15 minutes to dry. Bonding adhesive is applied with a roller in an even coating. It should be applied to the wall substrate starting from a point 3 to 4 inches above the deck. At roughly the same time, bonding adhesive should be applied to the backside of the FlexFlash-UN. Be sure to leave 6 inches along the bottom edge of the neoprene sheet free of any adhesive. This is the portion that will be embedded into MM6125, 3 inches up the wall and 3 inches out onto the deck. Any vertical seam areas of the FlexFlash-UN should also be left free of bonding adhesive. Depending on ambient conditions, it should take the bonding adhesive about 15 minutes or so to flash off or dry. When the adhesive is still tacky, but not stringing up to the touch of a dry finger, the FlexFlash-UN is ready to be installed. When the flashing detail involves an inside corner, Hydrotech suggests that the inside corners be completed first. Pieces of FlexFlash-UN should be pre-cut so that at least 3 inches of material extends out from the corner in both directions. The neoprene sheet should be installed tightly into the corner, smoothing out any wrinkles or bubbles that form. For these smaller corner pieces, it is advisable to use a seam roller to ensure complete bonding to the substrate. The corner flashing is completed by the application of MM6125 up behind and underneath the unadhered portions of the FlexFlash-UN. The neoprene sheet is held up off the deck while MM6125 is applied by roller or brush to the deck and the wall. This detailing coat of MM6125 should be applied at a thickness of at least 120 mils. It is important that additional membrane is applied between all layers of FlexFlash-UN. Installation of larger sheets of FlexFlash-UN will require the assistance of others. The neoprene should be installed carefully, smoothing it with your hand to ensure complete contact with the substrate and minimizing wrinkles and bubbles. Any air pockets or wrinkles that are formed should be smoothed out by hand or by using a seam roller. Simple cuts are made to allow the FlexFlash-UN to wrap around the corner by at least 3 inches. Subsequent sheets of FlexFlash-UN are installed in the same manner, making sure to allow for at least 3 inches of overlap between all neoprene sheets. All lap seams should be sealed with butyl splice tape. The FlexFlash-UN lap should be folded together carefully, working out any wrinkles and air pockets. The splice tape should extend out past the top sheet at least 1/8 of an inch and no more than 1/4 of an inch. The lap must then be rolled with a seam roller to ensure a complete seal. Once the seams are sealed, the loose Flex Flash UN is held up off the deck to allow application of MM6125. Application of this detailing coat of membrane can be accomplished by brush, roller, paddle, or trowel, and enough MM6125 should be applied to achieve a coat of at least 120 mils in thickness. Before the detail coat of MM6125 cools off, the Flex Flash UN is fully embedded into it, avoiding wrinkles and air pockets, and making sure that the neoprene is pushed tight into the corner. The detail is completed by applying a top coat of MM6125, best accomplished with a roller or squeegee, to completely encapsulate the Flex Flash UN that extends out onto the deck.